Great, I'm Hello guys, I'm back again with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to AniRecaps. Boy is assigned to a railway security force full of girls. Let's get into it, guys.
Our story begins in an alternate world where Japan's railways never got privatized and remain national. The Japan's National Railway Company is the largest state-owned railway company in Japan. Many dream of getting employed there. Our protagonist, Naoto Takayama, is one of those people. He's on his way to enroll in Japan's National Railway Central Academy, or JNRC for short. After reaching the academy, he befriends a classmate named Haruka Komi. He also meets Sho Iwaizumi and Aoi Sakurai. Sakurai doesn't have a good opinion about him, as she thinks he's a pervert. Takayama joins the group in various training activities at the academy, such as racing, shooting, and judo practice. They receive their very first test, where they're tasked with coal-throwing a C-62 steam locomotive. They can only pass the test if they achieve a speed of over 100 kilometers an hour. Takayama's group tries to get the train going by
did they say 1,000 kilometers an hour?
Stuffing the required amount of coal. Takayama remembers what he learned about fuel efficiency and tells everyone to precisely use the coal to pick up more and more speed with less coal. They pass the test and become the only group to reach 100 kilometers per hour speed. They are granted
100. That's my mistake.
Participation rights to the OJT, or on-job training. They can now be a part of the public security force. On their last day of training, the group is stationed in Tokyo. They receive a complaint that a dog is barking in the train, so Takayama and Haruka are sent to deal with the problem. Upon reaching the train, they rescue the dog and bring it back safely. Since they're taking too long, Sakurai is sent to check up on them. On their way, they run into some thieves. They run after the thieves. Thieves escape.
They better catch them thieves.
A train bound for Omiya, so the group takes another train to catch them. After confronting them, the thieves attack. Sakurai and Iwaizumi easily defeat the two. Takayama's group is assigned to PSF's K4 squad under the supervision of the 4th Peacekeeper Squad leader, Nana Ida. The PSF squad is notified that a bomb was planted on the Yokohama station. As the others are sent to deal with the station, the group stays behind to keep watch and help at the Tokyo station. While Takayama and Iwaizumi are doing some chores, they narrowly avoid a bomb.
So who planted the bomb? I want to know.
Blast. They're notified that the perpetrators have implanted another bomb inside the Tokyo station, which was their real target all along. They demand 100 million yen in exchange for the bomb's location. The bomb will go off at 3 p.m. The station master prepares the money to give them. Sakurai is against giving in to the terrorist demands. Takayama wants to search for the bomb before it goes off. Their leader, Lida, allows them to search for the bomb. The group begins searching the lockers but doesn't find the bomb. Sakurai suggests they should look where they would least expect the bomb. Haruka receives a call that the dog they rescued wouldn't stop barking. Iwazuka deduces that the bomb might be in the dog's carrier. The group gives it a try.
Oh my gosh, what if they open it and it blows up?
Sakurai confirms that the bomb is indeed in the dog carrier. As Iwaizumi and Haruka evacuate the surroundings, while Sakurai and Takayama try to defuse the bomb. They only have 15 minutes before the bomb goes off. Sakurai is able to cut the wires.
It is in the dog's carrier. Oh my gosh.
Thanks to the training her dad gave her. However, she doesn't know which one to cut next. With only 5 seconds left, she freezes the circuit using liquid nitrogen. The perpetrator is soon arrested, and Takayama is promoted to deputy squad leader. However, Takayama wanted to become...
Because she got that. She freezed it with the little, whatever you call that stuff. She froze it.
A train driver. Takayama catches up with his old friend, Mari Sasho, who is here to work at a restaurant near the defense headquarters. Meanwhile, Sakurai beats up a man for being a pervert and has to submit a written apology. After work, Takayama's group heads out for a restaurant. Takayama finds out that his friend Mari also works here, who serves them food. She also reveals that she'll be studying in the same academy with them. The next day, Mari comes to the group's headquarters to report that her friend Kaori has gone missing. The group goes through reports but doesn't find any clues. As Takayama and Mari are talking, she recognizes Kaori's ringtone in the Lost and Found. Takayama is told that someone dropped this cell phone here after they found their child playing with it. The squad uses the phone to gather info on Kaori. Mari tells them to listen to the audio recordings so they might find something useful. Her last recording reveals that she was
This is some real investigator detective stuff.
Kidnapped. Mari carefully listens to the audio files and pinpoints the location by the sound of waves in the background. The group reaches the location and begins their search for Kaori. After looking through many warehouses, they finally find Kaori tied up. They're confronted by the criminals who abducted her. The criminals are apprehended and Kaori is safely rescued. The squad is assigned as security for the JNR idol, Noa Kashima, as she performs on the beach. The group accompanies Noa as the train reaches its destination.
Is she some type of star?
Once they arrive, an obsessive fan causes Takayama to bump into Noah. Takayama passes out and is taken for recovery. To say thanks to Takayama, Noah stamps his collection book. Since her performance is at the beach, the squad changes their attire to fit with the vibe. As Noah gets on the stage for a rehearsal, she's attacked with some burning flash paper mixed with confetti. The group deduces that this was
Burning paper mixed with confetti?
a warning. Despite this,
Is
Noah
someone
still
out to
wants
kill her?
perform. Everyone decides to be on their guard. Next day, the performance begins as everyone cheers for Noah. After her performance, a criminal tries to attack her while disguised as a member of the staff. Takayama
For some reason, this is reminding me of like when Ariana Grande was on stage and that shooting had happened and everybody had to storm out. But of course, this is playing out different.
comes to the rescue. Nina Lita uses quick thinking and plays off the attack as part of the performance. Everyone else also joins in on the fun. Takayama ends up getting stabbed by the criminal. However, he's saved by the stamp collection book in his pocket. The criminal's taken away
lucky
and
for
Nina
that.
develops feelings for Takayama. Takayama and Sakurai do some shooting battle rounds together where he's utterly overwhelmed by Sakurai. After their practice, Nina Ida gives the squad a task to find the criminal who helped the terrorist plant a bomb at Tokyo Station. The squad splits into groups to find
Oh, see, he must have dipped and ran off too.
the criminal. Takayama and Sakurai are able to find the criminal and pursue him. The two get into a train to catch him. They stay on this train and wait for backup. Sakurai insists that they do it alone. When the train stops, the two follow the criminal as he escapes. Sakurai runs after the criminal as Takayama tries to report everything back, but there are no signals. Sakurai stumbles upon the Underground Railway. Takayama and Sakurai are reunited when he comes looking for her. Since they have lost the criminal, they're forced to spend the night at a nearby station. Takayama gives her his shirt to protect her from the cold. They take this moment to
Oh,
talk
look at him being such a gentleman. Hey, they better be good and that. It better not be no sexual stuff happening. All I'm saying.
to each other about their struggles in the force. In the morning, they find the criminal again and tell him to surrender. The criminal drops a bomb at the tracks and runs away again. The explosion damages the tracks. To alert the incoming train, Sakurai
It looked like she was running towards the bomb, though. She should have been more careful.
shoots the rockfall sensors. This sets off an alarm and the train is stopped. The criminal is caught by the nearby PSF. Everyone in the defense force are detained to their homes due to the last bomb blast at the tracks. When Takayama checks his mail, he finds a letter that reads, "Today could be your last day." Anxious, he decides to call Sakurai. When she doesn't pick up, he calls
Oh, now he freaking out because that letter said today could be your last day. Now, who could that letter have been to, though?
Haruka instead. Sakurai sees the missed call and contemplates whether she should call Takayama back. As she's thinking, she spots Haruka, who's on her way to meet Takayama. Haruka meets Takayama and tells him that the sender is probably another accomplice of the terrorist who wanted to bomb Tokyo Station. Their conversation is interrupted by a mascot, so they move to a quieter place. Takayama deduces that Sakurai could also be in danger, so he tells Haruka to call her. Sakurai picks up, but a gust of wind knocks her phone, causing it to break. As Sakurai is walking out of the phone repair shop, she spots Haruka and Takayama together. She shoots at Takayama out of jealousy. Takayama and Haruka mistake the
Come on, why she gotta shoot? Why she gotta shoot at him now that they don't even know where the shooting come from?
shot for a sniper attack and run away. Sakurai runs after them and is followed by a police officer for firing the weapon. A long chase ensues, and Takayama and Haruka fall in a pile of cat food. This attracts cats from all over the town who begin attacking them. Takayama and Haruka are forced to take refuge in the Transportation Museum. Sakurai tracks them using bits of Haruka's clothes that were ripped off by the cats. When Sakurai is out on the street, she's found by Lita and the instructor. The instructor receives a call that someone has tripped the alarm at the museum. Meanwhile, Haruka and Takayama explore the museum. They run into some thieves who have broken into the museum and set off the alarm. As the two run from the thieves, Sakurai comes to the rescue and beats them up. It's revealed in a flashback that Takayama saved Haruka 8 years ago when she was trapped in a closet in this museum. It's later revealed that the letter
He saved her? What? 8 years ago?
Actually just an advertisement from JNR Life Insurance. And if that isn't a good way to advertise, I don't know what is. Lita reveals to everyone that they'll be participating in the
Okay, y'all saw that. Why her boobs just bounced like really high and just sat down? Like her boobs really jiggled. We gotta rewind that. Hold on. I had to say something. I'm sorry, y'all.
Revealed that the letter was actually just an advertisement from JNR Life Insurance. And if that isn't a good
I feel like, first off, I feel like that's too explicit, but we're gonna watch it.
way to
Look,
advertise, I don't know what is. Lita reveals to everyone that they'll be participating in the advanced
Kids be watching this. That's too explicit. Come on now.
Railway
supposed to be
Security
stiff.
Force training. Everyone heads to Karuizawa on the train for the training. The train training begins and proves to be harsher than their previous training. When in the restaurant, they're surprised to see Mari there. After lunch, they resume their training. Sakurai helps Takayama with shooting practice. Sakurai tells Takayama to do his best if he wants to be a part of the PSF, but Takayama reveals that he wants to be a train driver instead. This leads Sakurai and Takayama to an argument. Sakurai leaves in frustration as Takayama thinks about his past and how he's become obsessed with trains. Next day, Takayama is excited to hear that they'll be driving an EF-63 electronic locomotive. However, it turns out that they will only be working with...
Of course he's happy. He always wanted to drive a train.
Predecessor. Takayama is having a fun time driving the vehicle, but the quarrel between him and Sakurai proves to be dangerous as they can't communicate properly while driving. This causes the train to almost get derailed. The instructor scolds them and tells them to cool their heads first. Their training is postponed until then. Mina tells Takayama to pick up someone important from the church. Takayama reaches the church to find Sakurai, who thinks Takayama invited her to the church. Haruka also finds him there since she followed him. As they're talking, Noah steps out and reveals that she was the one who wanted to meet Takayama, but doesn't know why Sakurai and Haruka are there. Noah reveals
what's going on here?
Feelings for Takayama. As they're talking, Iwazumi and Mari bring some hot drinks for them. As they're talking, Takayama is informed about the bad weather and landslide near Karuiyazawa. As a result of the landslide, a train is stuck at the railway. They're tasked with helping out the passengers. The group begins evacuating the passengers. As they're taking a break, an employee of the Japanese organs transit system tells them that she needs to get an organ to a hospital as quickly as possible for a heart transplant. With all the roads and railways closed, the group decides to make a journey on a draisine. Together, the four of them can operate it. Takayama decides to drive while Iwazumi is the one on the pedal. To start the draisine, everyone gives it a push. The vehicle starts and Takayama takes control.
That's going to take a lot of muscle and a lot of energy force.
They drive through a tunnel and begin to lose control. They use dynamic brakes to lower the speed, but it'll take some time. Till then, Iwazumi and Sakurai use their bodies to center the draisine. Finally, the brakes start working and the situation is stabilized. They pass through the old railway track that can prove to be a dangerous one. The group passes through even more tunnels. Next, they need to get to the track at Usui Bridge number 3. However, they're having trouble slowing down. Iwazumi comes to the rescue and powers the cogs so they connect it to the rail. Due to instability, Sakurai almost falls but is saved by Takayama. Finally, they're at the last tunnel.
Okay, that was a close call now.
However, their ABT system breaks. Takayama ensures that they can still make it. The braking system also gives up due to strain.
Why do I feel like everything keeps happening? Like, okay, oh girl, drop her phone. Like, every time they get a little closer to a good thing, one bad thing always happens.
Since the manual brake isn't working either, they have to let it cool before they can use it again. The draisine starts to tilt again, so they use their bodies to center it. They finally arrive at the station and pull the brake. However, Iwazumi snaps the brake. To stop the vehicle, he has to use his own force, but he ends up falling off the draisine. With no other choice, they have to
oh my gosh, they had to jump
off the moving vehicle. They deliver the organ and the mission is completed. With their training complete, the group moves on. I know I've said training a lot in this video so far. Just be happy I'm not making more train puns, otherwise this video would go off the rails. Prince Bernia is coming to Japan via train to attend a ceremony. Takayama's group is tasked with guarding the princess in Sapporo. Takayama and the prince get along well due to their passion for trains. Haruka reveals that the prince and her used to be classmates. Prince and everyone else is about to board a train when Haruka calls Takayama and tells him that she spotted someone suspicious and is following him. The train leaves without her, so he has to take a different route. Takayama tells everyone else to be on their guard for the enemy. Haruka is tasked with fooling the enemy into thinking that she's the prince. Later, Takayama reads the news that members of the royal family have met with an accident. He goes to tell the prince about this while he's taking a shower. He hears the prince fainting, so he breaks the door and carries the prince. He's shocked to learn...
Is he gonna save the prince?
...that the prince is actually a girl. She tells him to keep this a secret. Later, while everyone is having coffee, they're attacked by an intruder.
How did she pass as a boy this whole time then? What?
Iwazumi tells Takayama to take the prince and run as another criminal shows up. Takayama locks Bernina in a royal room and gets tased by the criminal. As the criminal overwhelms them, Sakurai shows up.
He just put his life at risk for her.
Sakurai and Takayama fight and protect Bernina from the criminal. Before the criminal can hurt them, Iwazumi saves them. Takayama receives a phone call from the criminals who are holding Haruka hostage. The criminal wants to treat Haruka with the prince. He threatens Haruka's life if they don't listen to his demands. Their leader advises them not to make any sudden moves. The group decides that Takayama should dress up as the prince to make the trade, so they can fool the enemy and safely rescue Haruka. The group
Dang, he doing all this for what? Her, and he just met her. He don't even know her.
Their strategy is
He
Takayama
pretending to
talks
be a
to
boy.
Bernina. The deal begins and the criminals immediately find out that Takayama is not the real prince. Sakurai shoots at the criminal before he can kill Takayama.
Dang. How they find out he wasn't a real prince?
Knocks him unconscious and Haruka is rescued. Other criminals on the train start shooting at them. To stun them, Sakurai shoots a signal flare. Sakurai uses the opportunity to knock one out. Once they deal with the terrorists, Takayama learns that the train isn't slowing down. Takayama tries his best, but it appears that the control system is damaged due to all that gunfire. With no other choice left, Takayama proposes that they should detach the engines. Iwazumi and Haruka move forward as Sakurai and Takayama stay behind to detach the engine.
We saved her. That's so sweet.
After detaching the engine, Sakurai tells Takayama that she can't jump because of her injured leg. Takayama stays behind with Sakurai in the engine. Takayama tends to her injured leg by wrapping a cloth around it. Before Sakurai can confess to Takayama, they're rescued by Captain Gano and the others. With the engine stopped, Takayama carries Sakurai
look at how he's holding her. How cute.
Safety. The group gets back to Tokyo. On their way, Takayama hears a strange sound from the train and tries to warn the train driver. However, the train driver insists that there's nothing wrong with the train.
Of course
Takayama gives up and gets back to his seat. Takayama calls Haruka and tells her to read the train manual so he can find out the problem with the train. Meanwhile, in the train, the AC stops working and everyone starts sweating. Haruka tells Takayama that this is due to the service power failure. Takayama goes to talk to the driver and tells him about the broken AC system. They use some chopsticks to keep the broken AC breaker in place and fix the AC system. With everything fixed, they say
sometimes you gotta just look around and use what you can find to fix things, because there may be nothing else.
Make it to Tokyo. After coming to Tokyo, Takayama takes some rest. He runs into Noah and Mari as he's walking to his home. He gets to his home and is thrilled to see his group is waiting for him. They all drink and celebrate their achievements together in the PSF. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel.
I like watching these animes, guys, so if you want me to react to more AniCaps and AniRecaps, let me know. Leave a comment below, and thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I'm out.